ago, I asked you on Twitter to give me some ideas you would like to see on my channel, and the idea that got the most likes was the best places in maps to save weapons. I would gladly make a video on this topic, but the reality is there are no best places. It's so situational. Every corner can be the best place. It depends if the bomb is planted and where is the bomb planted, how many enemies are alive, etc. So it made me choose the second idea, which was the Gamesense. And luckily, a Gamesense is exactly what you need to figure out the best places in maps in certain situations to save your weapon. Gamesense is such a big topic. Urban Dictionary says that it's a term to describe a player's prediction and deductive reasoning abilities. If we talk about CSGO, for me it's like solving a puzzle from game to game and round to round. And there are lots of puzzle parts. So that's why I haven't titled this video around the Gamesense itself, but simply how to be a smarter player. Since I feel in this short video I just can't cover everything. The best way to improve your game sense and be a smarter player is to just play the game. Looking at the pro POVs is not a bad thing as well. See what role is the pro playing, which fights he takes, and which angles he likes to play. When does he push and when does he play passively. On a pro level, almost every move is calculated and not random at all. So when you watch pro players' POVs, you can learn a lot. But now some certain things I would like you to focus on in order to become a smarter player. Firstly, the timings. Go run around the maps and see how quickly you can get to different places. Now take this info into the consideration in your matches. When there's an enemy spotted on Mirage top middle, you now know where could he possibly be in 10-15 seconds. It's very important to feel these approximate rotation times. Also, make sure you know the meeting points and times. So for example, when the round starts and you got a good spawn, you can push A ramp on Mirage. But now when you push out to the A site, where the enemies might be at that time. Maxim has made a great video series on meeting points at different maps, so this could help you a lot, especially when you like to be an entry fragger for your team. I will leave all the helpful video links down below, and of course big thanks to all these awesome creators who have produced helpful content for the community. And now if you know these timings, then you know the basics. For example, on Mirage middle, CTs with a good spawn will always be the first in the window room and can take you down if you are carelessly pushing middle as a T. Secondly, I would like to talk about common angles and pre-firing them. So, when you have played lots of CSGO, then you should already know these common angles where enemies are probably waiting for you, and you can use this knowledge to your advantage. Pre-fire these positions. I'm not going to show you all those positions since it's not the same for everyone. Silver players tend to use different positions than pros, etc. So it should come with the experience, what angles your enemies like to use. If you can predict it like this, you are a smart player. Also, the experience and my videos are giving you the knowledge about other sick angles that you don't know about when you're starting out. Unless you have watched some videos or someone has shown this to you. For example, this boost here on the overpass B short. Even if you know this boost, this angle will 90% of the times catch you off guard. Now pulling these angles off at the right time against the right enemy will win you more rounds, more games, and again, you will be a harder opponent to play against. Next up, position knowledge heavily combined with your team communication. So when you play on Inferno for example, it's a default defense for CTs to play 3A, 2B. If you push B and kill 2 guys, it's most likely that the bomb site is clear, with some exceptions of course. Now when you play your slow default round, listen to every sound cue and communicate these within your team. You can make huge plays relying on this info you have. If you have one guy close to the B bomb site while other guys are pressuring A bomb site and the guy on B can hear the early rotation, it's a smart idea to call your team to go B and possibly get the bomb site with ease. Or when your teammates are fighting with the CTs at the top middle, it may be a good idea to flank them from apps because they are not ready for this. The easiest kill in CSGO is the backstab. Try to trick your enemies so that you can get lots of easy kills. And one more tip about positional knowledge. You can call where your enemies are by looking at the nades. Where are they coming from? How fast are they coming, etc. If someone tries to do T-spawn to B smoke on Mirage, I can easily call it that they are throwing a fake smoke. Super general. Alright, let's talk about outplaying your opponent and straight up some examples you can do. Fake defuse. Just make the defuse sound and look for the enemy. By the way, pros don't fake. Fake flash. With a smoke, decoy or even a pistol. Fake reload and then quick switch so enemy may think you are reloading and wants to push you. Fake smoke. Throw it in a completely different direction you are going. It may fool the enemy that you are there. The same thing goes with the flash as well. Works very well in clutches. Just make sure enemies won't see the flash trajectory. And if you have somehow made your way behind the enemy and you can sneak up close, try to knife your enemy, since it gives you $1,500 bonus money instead of classic $300. It's a very big difference. One very important thing to be a smarter player. Stay alive as long as possible and know when to make a sound. Basically, when you're alive, you're a danger to your enemy. So when an enemy has to fight your teammate and you at the same time, it's a perfect situation for you. So you want to stay alive, keep the pressure from different angles. If your teammate is fighting, try to help him. Double peek. Sometimes even just shooting and making the sound from a different angle can distract the enemy, and your friend from a different angle can get an easy kill to the enemy. If an enemy can just easily kill you, he doesn't need to be afraid of your angle anymore. If he knows you are somewhere there, he needs to be cautious. Also, when you're alive from the other side of the map, you are always a great radar for your team. You can call the sound cues and you can control one part of the map. It's very important to just stay alive. Try to keep it in your mind when you are playing and see how your team starts to win more rounds. Alright, know your enemy you are playing against. Pros can do the research before the game for their enemy. In random pogs, it's hard to know your enemy beforehand, but you can learn how he or she plays within the game. If he likes to push, what positions he likes to play, etc. And when the game goes on, you can try to anti the playstyle by countering what he is doing. You can pre-fire, flank him, or whatever works in a certain situation. It's just a little prediction game, and don't forget that your opponent should do the same. So if he is good enough, he is countering your moves. Watch out. So to make some sort of a conclusion, don't make careless decisions in game. Try to think everything through. What would be the smartest thing to do at a certain moment, as you have some information gathered by your whole team. Make sure to say all the info that you got to your teammates as well. Be cautious where the enemy might be at all times. Stay positive, patient and calm. Try to never tilt, especially in the middle of the game. That's the worst that can happen for your own game and for your team game. I hope this video helped some of you guys. There are many points to cover under this topic, so if you like this video and show it with a simple click on the like button, we may have a part 2.